What has been your biggest struggle about being out of state?
My biggest struggle has been obviously just like being away from my family and not getting to see them and talk to them as much as I would. I FaceTime a lot and we talk on the phone, but it's not the same because it's not the same as just being with them.
Being out of state has changed your academics or your social life?
I think being out of state's changed my social life in the way that at home it's easy to just like call up your friends and go out, especially like when you know what there is to do around you and like where you can go and you have your own car so you can just leave. Here you have to rely on like Uber or a bus and like there's not really anything to do in East Lansing as opposed to growing up in the suburbs of New York City.
Would you do in state if you had the chance to do it over again, or would you stay going out of state?
I would definitely do out of state again. I always knew I didn't want to go to school in New York, even though it's obviously much cheaper to stay in state. But I wanted to be somewhere not in New York. Like I didn't want to go to any of the SUNYs, and I didn't want to go to Syracuse, and so I stayed looking out of state.
Does it get easier to be away from your family as you continue at school?
I would say you get more used to it than it does it get easier. I don't really think it gets easier. You just get more used to them not being there, and that your only form of communication is going to be on the phone or FaceTime. There's definitely times I wish I was home and then I could see them, but I know that if I ever really need to see someone, like my sister's only an hour away at the University of Michigan, if I really are having a rough time, but I haven't had that happen, so.